Welcome everybody to Content Tsar Bomba. As many of you know, I've found myself embroiled in a drama between my former friend Chris, aka Ahvidity, and OptimusGames. A lot of things have been accused against me by my former friend Chris, including that I threw up Mountain Dew in the passenger seat of his car, that I entitled a movement called the G Movement in order to pull a girl that I couldn't pull, and that my favorite rap group is the Migos, and that I thought Culture 2 was Album of the Year. I fully debunked all of those points in one of my recent videos where I addressed the allegations, but this video is specifically meant in, I guess, order not only to respond to a new video put out by Ahvidity, but also to proverbially, I guess, drop the nuke on both OptimusGames and Ahvidity. Tsar Bomba has become known as basically the greatest of all nuclear devices ever created by humanity. The explosion was so crazy and so devastating that it has made its mark on history, and while never dropped directly on a military or civilian target, Tsar Bomba has created a legacy for itself. And that's what I intend to do with this video. First, I want to address the new video by Ahvidity called Mr. Not a Gamer, which addresses me for 3 minutes and 43 seconds.
It's quite pathetic that I'm here again, making a video responding to the meat-mouth boy who wants to further spread lies. First off, let's not act like you're the victim. Second off, we all know that you've tried to get with my exes on multiple occasions, so let's not pretend like you don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, I'm friends with her. Yeah, are you, huh? Just like how you were quote-unquote friends with Gertrude, who you named the G Movement after. Give me a break.
Okay, so several lies are spouted right off at the beginning of this video, and it's absolutely embarrassing. So first off, I never claimed to be a victim here. I never said that I was the victim of any crime, that I was a victim of an onslaught or anything. I never said that. As a matter of fact, instead of playing into the victim mentality, I actually did my best to defend myself against your bullshit allegations. So, you know, I don't think it's really what a victim would try to do, you know what I'm saying? But I've never tried to get with any of your exes. I, once again, am just friends with her. I have her on Snap, and we were talking, and she said she was upset about that time you kissed another girl. That's not my fault, okay? I didn't do that. That was all your actions, so I don't know why you're upset about that. And to call me a meat-mouth boy, I think that is absolutely beyond the line. I'm not a meat-mouth boy, you know? That's not who I am, and that's not me. So, another lie that he brings up is Gertrude, okay? Gertrude was actually not the inspiration behind the G Movement. The inspiration behind the G Movement was actually Jervin, which is another female that, once again, I have on Snap. You know, if I wanted to pull her right now, I could just be like, hey, what's going on, you know? I'm quirky, I'm a gamer, and she would probably just be like, oh, Jervin plus Optimus, you know what I mean?
You're a clown. Were you really trying to better yourself, Optimus? Were you really?
Yes, I was, and I'm not a clown.
Because it seems to me, ever since we've been friends, you haven't changed once. You've been the same loser since I met you.
It's funny, just a minute ago I was a meat-mouth boy. In the last video, I was feeding everyone baloney bullshit, but now all of a sudden I'm a clown. It's crazy how we just switch things around. We're like moving the goalposts. It's so funny to me. I'm not a loser. Once again, you're just making accusations with no proof. I'm not a loser. As a matter of fact, my win-loss ratio in every single Call of Duty is positive. So, yeah, go ahead and put that in your cigar and smoke it, fella.
And yeah, maybe that is a little bit harsh to say, but I'm sick of jumping around how I feel just so I don't hurt your baby giner feelings.
First off, my feelings, I don't have baby feelings, and I definitely don't have giner feelings, okay? I'm a sensitive young boy, okay? I will say that. I'm a very sensitive young boy. Sometimes things get to me, but you're not gonna sit here and make baseless accusations against me and then all of a sudden be like, ooh, Optimus is a bad guy. Fuck you, okay? That's why you got Content Tsar Bomba, because you just can't handle yourself.
Like, literally, fuck you, Optimus. And yeah, maybe I did kiss another girl, because you know why? Unlike you, I can actually kiss women.
I'd probably not, but I mean, I don't see what that has to do with anything, because once again, I got Jervin, I got what's her name? What's her name? I got Gertrude. I got Gertrude. And here's something you didn't know, Chris. Here's something you didn't know. You remember your ex-girlfriend Olga? Huh? You remember her? Yeah, well, I pulled her. So think about that one.
When was the last time you kissed a woman, Optimus? Why don't you let everybody know?
2014.
If you went out and tried right now, Optimus, could you pull a Twitter e-girl? Because I almost doubt it. I'll put money on it that you can.
You gotta have money to put on it in the first place. And you don't make any money because your YouTube channel's not monetized, because no one wants to hear your bullshit. That's what it comes down to. No one wants to hear you spread lies about their favorite YouTuber. which is all that you do. So why don't you go ahead, Chris, and do me a fucking favor?
Oh, look at me, I'm the Optimus. I post every 13 seconds on my Twitter. I'm so cool. Hey guys, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I got 600K. Oh my god.
Okay, that actually kind of hurt my feelings, but holy shit. Yeah, maybe I do post on Twitter too much. Maybe I'm always on Twitter. Maybe that's because I don't have a real friend, Chris, because I had to deal with your bullshit, okay? Maybe that's why I'm always on Twitter. Maybe that's why I'm always on YouTube. Maybe that's what it comes down to. Maybe if you weren't always asking for fucking candy bars and my chocolate cream-filled donuts, we wouldn't even be in this situation, but, you know, poor pitiful you, right?
Like, holy shit, bro, I got, like, curly hair. I look like young Howard Stern. Oh, my goodness.
I actually don't even know what young Howard Stern looks like. Hang on a second. Alright, settle down, bro. Settle the fuck down. You're not gonna disrespect me like that. Next time I see you, bro, I swear to God. Oh, boy, I'm about to light your ass up.
Like, hey, guys, you guys ever heard about Black Ops 3? The zombies in that game was super cool, bro. Like, you know what? I'll buy you a candy bar if you can go more than 6 minutes without posting something on the Bird app. So why don't you go ahead and run back to your subscribers and feed them your false info. Let them munch on the horseshit sandwich you've been cooking up. We all know that's what you're good at.
Okay, first off, I don't want any of your candy bars, Chris, because unlike you, our friendship for me didn't revolve around the fact that candy bars were in the picture, okay? So think about that one. Also, horseshit sandwich, I don't think that's ever been created by any human ever, and if it has, I can't even imagine what kind of person they were. Nobody wants a horseshit sandwich.
At this point, I'll admit that I did bring random things up to try and embarrass you. But, you know, you deserve it after making me look like a fool to roughly 700 people on stream over an item that values at maybe $2. Maybe.
Alright, so now you're lying. First off, the number was barely over 100 in viewership on that stream, so 100 people you got embarrassed in front of. Number 2, it was your own actions that caused you to get embarrassed. And number 3, thanks for admitting you brought up random things about me there, Chris, to try and make me look bad. We appreciate it, playa.
So you know what? Now who looks like a fool? You do. Just like that one time that you showed up to basketball, smelling like some expired fettuccine. I mean, no wonder nobody wanted to guard you. Then you had the audacity to throw up the 3 after you hit a wide open shot.
Okay, now you're just trying to disrespect me to hurt my feelings, and it's just not gonna work, bro. You already know, first and foremost, I make shots. You don't have to sit here and try and pretend for anybody here on, you know, YouTube or anywhere. I get wet like pussy, bro. It's that simple. I don't want to hear anything you have to say. And since you want to bring up basketball, remember that one time that Seth hit a 360 no-look layup over top of you with your big bunker-built ass? And remember how Olga watched the whole thing, bro? You should not be trying to bring up anything, acting like I don't remember. Or what about that time that we were playing and, you know, we were 1 point away from winning, both teams tied, you tried to guard me, I faked up, and you fucking flew past me, and then I wetted it in your face. Why don't you tell everybody about that time? That I absolutely drained on you for the win. Oh, wait, we don't want to bring that up because we get embarrassed. No.
Like, come on now. Why don't you get a hold of yourself and start showering more than once a week, you slob? I mean, look at this dude's car.
Why do you have a picture of my car?
Like, look at it. How do you even let it get to this point? Optimus once even admitted to not needing to shower so he can bask in his gamer odor. Yeah, I bet Mr. Not a Gamer.
Alright, I don't know who that is that he put on the screen. I'm not gonna lie. I feel bad for whoever it is, though, because he probably doesn't even know what the fuck's going on, but I never claimed to have to bask in my game. I can't even take it serious. Like, it's just some bullshit. I never claimed to have to bask in my gamer odor, bro. You should be ashamed of yourself for even saying this.
Yeah, I bet Mr. Not a Gamer. That sounds pretty foul to me, wouldn't you say? And since I know you're going to attempt to refute everything I'm saying, let me go ahead and give you some more things to lie about. So why don't you go ahead and tell them that time you took a big shit in my toilet and didn't flush, and the time that you, puked all over my sink and sat and watched as I cleaned up your vomit? Or do you not remember those things either? Because it seems to me like you might have some memory loss with all these things that you're out here forgetting.
Well, considering that you gave me laxatives and cookies, I couldn't really help myself, Chris. How about you think about that one?
I find it hilarious that once I bring up things that you and I both know you've done, you just magically don't remember. Somehow, some way, you just forgot. That sounds very believable, huh? So what about that one time you got so mad over the fact that you weren't the first person to recommend me a TV show to watch that you launched your Xbox controller across the room and then proceeded to have a tantrum? You remember that one?
Yeah, I do. I wanted you to see Ozark. I didn't want Seth to tell you to watch Ozark. I mean,
Or that one time you rented out inflatable bounce houses to families as your only source of income, all while religiously wearing a brown cowboy hat? I remember you even used to call yourself the Bitcoin Bandit at one point. Ooh, I'm an entrepreneur, face ass. You used to pull up to high school football games with a trench coat on looking like Inspector Gadget.
I still pull up the high school football games with that trench coat on looking like Inspector Gadget. Fuck you mean? And don't ever disrespect the cowboy hat ever again. And no, I didn't call myself the Bitcoin Bandit, I called myself the Crypto Cowboy. So why don't you get a fucking grip on yourself, Chris?
So just do us all a favor, take a seat, and realize who the real fool is here. Why don't you go get yourself some goo hogren, then come talk to me, Mr. Not a Gamer.
Like you've ever gotten some Fingalfugen. Like, go on somewhere, bro. And as for OptimusGames, I know you're gonna respond. I don't know when, but you might as well just fucking forget about it, because I heard on Twitter that you were gonna do this. I heard that you were gonna have something to say. Nothing you say can fix your situation. You've already been exposed. Like, it's over with for you, dog. You make Call of Duty videos, okay? We're all laughing at you. And now, you're down there with Chris, aka Ahvidity, here, for biggest clown on the internet. So as I said, the Tsar Bomba has made a legacy for itself. And these two have made a legacy for themselves as being the biggest fucking assholes on the internet. When it comes down to it, at the end of the day, people are always going to make false allegations. They're always going to say things about me that aren't true. But when I press the button, all of a sudden, they get exposed.